So let's share our prototype with our client. And you can zoom in right here where it says prototype, click on the home, which is your first screen, jump inside your prototype and just click this share button right here. You can invite to edit, which means you can invite another designer to edit this file, which means you're going to send them the file, which I don't recommend if you're not part of the team or if the client hasn't paid you yet. So if they did, you can then send them this file, obviously, but if they didn't, I really recommend that you don't send them any files before the payment. You can share for review, which is what we're going to do. You can share for development, which is you can share for your developers to see everything what's inside, and you are going to click share for development at the end of this project. So when the client agrees with everything, they don't have any more changes, any more revisions, and you need to send them the file so their developers can access it. Then you can click share for development. It will generate a link, same way like share for review, and then developer can access it online anywhere on any device. They just need the internet connection, obviously, to be able to see which fonts you used, which colors you used, which images you used, spacing between each of the elements, left, right, top, bottom, in between. Everything is there for them, everything is available, and they can of course use this final Adobe XD file to access it and manually check if it aligns with this share for development screen. Finally, we have manage links, which you can manage your own links. So if you're using free version of Adobe XD, you just have one active link that you can share with your clients, or if you are using paid version of Adobe XD, so if you have Adobe Creative Cloud subscription, you have unlimited number of links, and there you can obviously go ahead and delete unnecessary links. You can edit them and so on. Finally, you have record video if you want to record the video, which you can then share with your client so that they can see the process before they get the prototype, which they can click on, obviously, or if when they receive final files. So let's click share for review, and you can allow comments. You can name the project right here. We're not going to do that and bother with it, but you can have it and include your client name right here and the name of the project. Show hotspot hints. I recommend you leave this on because then people will know where to click inside of your prototype. Show navigation controls, which will be the controls at the bottom of your screen. So I recommend you leave this on as well. Open in full screen. I don't recommend it because people sometimes get confused with it because they don't know what to do. And finally, require password. You can create a password for this prototype if you don't want somebody to access it without any password. And anybody with the link can view, or only invited people can view. If you click right there, you can then send some people emails and just enter email addresses and send to those people. When you're finished with everything, you can hit create a link and it will start creating your link, and depending of how big your project is and of your internet connection, that's how fast it's going to generate this link for you. So when it generated the link, if you make any changes, you can hit right here where it says update, and it's going to update the link. You can copy link or copy embed code if you want to put it inside of your website, for example. And to see it, you can simply click right here. If I jump back quickly, you can hit copy link and obviously share that link with your client. But when you clicked there, just be aware that it will take some time for it to load, especially if you have a lot of screens. Now we have 22 screens because obviously we created some additional screens for this project. But if you have just 10, for example, it will load a lot faster, and it also depends a lot of your internet connection speed. So you can obviously click right here and see everything that we did. Everything works well, and you can click right here at the bottom. So these are bottom controls, and it will switch between each and every screen that you created, and clients can do that as well. So let's say they are on this screen, for example, and they want to leave you a comment. They can simply place a pin wherever they want to leave your comment. So for example, on this credit card, and they can write something like change color gradient or change gradient of this card. Let's write that. And when they are finished, they can simply click submit. And as you can see on the payment one screen, which is this screen, we have this comment. So if I jump back to the first screen and they left you a comment, you can see right here, oh, okay, it's on the payment one screen, but how can I access it? Which one is that screen? Simply click right here and it will take you directly to that screen. And if they have many hotspots, which they will do, especially at the beginning of each project, and then hotspots get smaller and smaller as you go along, you can simply click right here and it will show you, or click right here and it will show you right here. So that's it. Basically, they can click through, they can see everything, how it looks like, and you can see all comments right here. You can hide comments if you want to see a full screen mode, and they can also access the full screen mode themselves if you let them. Once again, you can invite them to edit, you can send the emails of the people you want to see your prototype, and as I said, everything works as it should. As you can see right here, it waits 1 second, it updates the price, you can proceed to payment. I can select this one, you can see drop shadows right here, make a payment, it will wait and then come back here. So everything is as we intended it to be, everything works properly, and that's Adobe XD shareable features. And I really like this because you can communicate with your clients directly through this, so you don't need any external site. So for example, 99 Designs, so you have to pay them the fee just to be able to communicate with your clients. Also, it's a lot more pleasing to the eye, it's a lot more simple than communicating through Gmail and simply sending them images. So as you can see right here, we have 22 images, so just imagine how big of the hustle that is to send 22 images to your clients. How much time do they need? Do they find it organized or disorganized? You know what I mean. So basically, this is a fantastic addition to Adobe XD just because you can do everything you need inside of one app and inside of this screen. So when they leave you feedback in the comments, you can follow those comments. You can jump back to Adobe XD, you can jump back to design, make quick changes, jump back to prototype, click share once again, and you can share for review and simply update the link, and then copy link and send them that new link. So if I jump back out of this and click share once again, you can share for development and you can export for iOS, include assets to download. So all of these assets will be included. All of the assets are images, icons, these backgrounds, so every single thing. You can require a password and you can click create a link. Now developers will be able to access it exactly the same way like the clients would, so they'll just be able to measure, for example, distance between this logo and this menu icon, distance between here and here. So they will be able to do that, all of that online, and they will be able to generate every single thing that they need for download directly from there. But we are still going to export assets for them. So you have developers who are confused with this process. You have developers who never heard of Adobe XD or Sketch or some of these other tools. They work usually with Photoshop or just basically with some basic images in the past. So you have all sorts of developers, same thing like you do have all sorts of designers. So you have to learn to work with everybody. So if they don't know how to do this share for development feature in Adobe XD, don't worry. In the next video, we are going to start exporting our assets, packaging them and preparing them for developers. So no matter who your developer is, you are going to be able to work with them because you have the packaging structure in place. So I'll see you there.